Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be giving you my first impressions on the Sigma Ethereal Radiance collection. So obviously these products aren't going to be untouched when I showed you because I'm going to show you how I did this look, which is basically all the Ethereal Radiance stuff after I kind of show you what I got. So as you can see, I have a whole sheet of paper with like all the details. Two quick things to say. Firstly, I did get sent all of these for free. Sigma was nice enough to gift me with these so I could let you know my kind of thoughts on them and try them out and whatnot, show you some different looks you can do with them. But I'm not getting paid to tell you anything about them. I chose to do this video on my own, all that jazz, blah blah, PR, yes, sponsored, no. So let's start out with the brushes. So there is a 6-piece brush set that is released within this collection, and the brush set retails for $76, so you get 6 brushes. So you will see me use all of these later when I show you my first impressions. So the first one is the fan, which is the F41 brush. It's very similar to actually my watercolor fan brushes more than a lot of my makeup fan brushes. It's a pretty stiff synthetic fan brush. The next one is what they call the F05 Cream. So this is just this pretty, it's kind of like, it's not super fluffy, but it's not super dense, natural haired brush. I use this for the contour. It says cream. I'm going to try it with a cream contour and probably a cream blush, but today I used it with just my normal contour powder. And then there are 4 eye brushes. This first one is the F50, which is called a large fluff. I use this to apply like a base shadow all over. It's just this large kind of synthetic. I would consider it a dense paddle brush. So there's that. There is the E45. I love this brush. This is one of the first brushes I actually ever owned from Sigma. Like, I think my first brushes I ordered was this and the E25. So I've used this brush for a long time. It's, again, these brushes just are a white packaging versus the black. So I already own 2 of these in the black packaging and not the white. This is one of my favorite brushes. So this isn't really going to be a first impressions on that one because I already own it. I also already own this one. This is my 3rd one of these as well. So this is the E32. This is the exact blend. This is really nice for adding color into the crease or diffusing it from the crease, as well as I almost always use it just for going under the eye and blending that area. So very nice brush. And then this is another one that I have a double of, and so it's not going to be a first impression. This is the All Over Blend E37. This is a blending brush. It is quite dense and natural hair, so this is going to work if you're not wanting to super diffuse super far, but you really want to like diffuse this area and even take a little bit of the color away. So this is a nice brush as well. I already own that one. And so those are the 6 brushes you get, and it's $76 for those. They also came out with loose shimmer sets. There are 5 sets in total, and each set is a set of 3, and they're loose shimmer and glitter. So I got the one called Abracadabra. So it comes with Transpose, which is a loose shimmer, and it's just this really pretty kind of chocolate brown with a gold reflect. Celestial Glitter, which is a very unique color. It's like kind of a warm orangey muddy color with a green reflect, as well as kind of a red ish pink reflect. It's just a really kind of different, and this has the pigment as well as it sparkles glitter in that kind of green reflect color. I have that on the inner corners of my eyes. And then also Bedazzle, which is another one of the loose shimmers, and that's just kind of a pink coral with a stronger pink reflect, and that's what I have kind of all over the lid area today. Those, again, they are sets of 3, and there's 5 different color sets. So by Light of the Moon, you can see I just have a piece of paper. I don't actually have it. By Light of the Moon is kind of purples with a cool gray. Cosmic Dream, you got 2 kind of pinks, peach with a blue. Magic Merriment, you got kind of a red and orange and a, looks like a clear glitter. And then Ice Castle, you got a light pink, light blue, and some other type of whitish color. So I don't have those, so I can't show you swatches of those, but there are a couple other ones. So I'm sure if you search YouTube, you'd find someone else that has those ones. Hey guys, sorry, I think the lighting has changed a little bit. Anyhow, no further ado, let's keep going. So another thing from this collection is a new shimmer cream. I have the color Bliss, which is this really pretty coral color. It is called a shimmer cream. As you can see, it is actually matte. The cream colors that came out in the last collection, in the Steady Glow collection, did have shimmers. They were like cream highlights, but this is just a matte. As you can see, it's on my cheeks today, and it does catch the light. So it gives you like a dewy finish, but I don't know if I'd call it shimmer just because it doesn't actually have shimmer in it, but the other ones do, and it's the same type of thing, so I guess it kind of makes sense. But there's two of these. I have the color Bliss. There's another one in Beacon of Light, which I might actually have to purchase since it's like a white color, which is much more up my alley. And these retail for $16 each. So they came out with a couple lip products. I have two of them. I have Magnetism and Mirth. I'm wearing Mirth today. So these are actually a lot nicer than I had thought. I have never had one of their lip bases before, but these look like a kind of a chubby pencil, but they feel very creamy. They're not overly like waxy, which is what I expected. So these are really comfortable to wear. So far, so good. I've been wearing this for a little bit now, and it's very comfortable to wear. They came out with 4 colors in total. It looks like there's also a black and like an orangey colors, and these retail for $12 each. Another product which is new to me as well as to Sigma, are these what they call Lip Switch. They're similar to their lip glosses, but they're like really weird, like crazy duochrome holographic kind of shimmer to them. So there are 5 of these in total. It looks like there's another white, a kind of one with a purple base, and one that has kind of an orange base. And they retail for $14 each. So if you watch through the part where I actually show you me trying things out, I say this one has like a plastic tip and not a brush, but I think mine is just like faulty, because like this one doesn't bend at all. Like it feels like it's just like plastic and nothing else. But when I swatched this one is like a brush, and it's very similar to like their Lip Vex ones, other than it's a little bit smaller, so this one's actually not that hard to use. So I'm guessing the brush is what they actually are, but I'm not quite sure because mine isn't. I don't think this one was right. So I'm pretty sure that's a brush applicator, otherwise it's a hard plastic applicator, and I don't know why they're the same thing, but I have different applicators. But that's just what I have. So these are pretty cool. You can see, I'll show you it later in the video. It doesn't show as much of that cool kind of duochrome over the lipstick, since I have the Pink Lotus on right now. But at the same time, it looks really cool swatched to my hand, so I'm sure if you wore it alone, it would look a lot more crazy. So I have the Pink Lotus color, which is just this kind of, it's like a pink base with like a green, blue to yellow like reflect. And then I also have Otherworldly, which it's just like a clear base, and it has a yellow to green to blue reflect. And this is, I'm really excited. It kind of looks like a glow stick to me, but I want to wear that all the time. So yeah, that's everything in this collection that I received. There's obviously a couple more shades than I actually have, but I'm sure you can like search those. Someone else on YouTube I'm sure has those. So if you'd like to see my first impressions of these and me applying them and seeing how I did my makeup today, then just keep watching. Alright, so here it goes, my first impressions on the Sigma Ethereal Radiance collection. So as you can see, I already have a base on. I used L'Oreal True Match mixed with a little bit of, I don't remember which base, one of the white bases from Illamasqua. And it's my normal base, normal eyebrows, so now I'm going to get started. So to start out this look, I've already primed my eyes with a little bit of MAC Painterly Paint Pot, just so I have that clean surface for my lids. And I'm going to start out with this large fluff brush. This is the E50 by Sigma, and I'm using a little bit of Blanc Type just as a base shadow. As you can see, I'm almost out. So this is one of the brushes in this collection that I don't already own. As you can see, they have the white handles, so they look a little bit different. This brush is rather soft. I mean, obviously my Hakuhodo brushes are going to be softer because they're, you know, handmade, never been cut. But for machine made, Sigma price point, these are quite soft. This is obviously a synthetic brush. And this is actually working pretty well for putting this on just because it's so big. Like you can see, I could do this just like I'm done. So that's pretty cool. This brush is pretty nice. I usually use the E60, which is this brush. Oh, that's the wrong one. So I normally use this brush, and you can see it's definitely a little bit smaller. The large fluff is definitely can take up my entire, like, that's one stroke. It's like the same area. And this is a little bit smaller, so it's pretty nice. I'll play around with this a little bit more and kind of let you guys know my thoughts on it. So the E60 will probably fall by the wayside for a little bit while I test this one out, but it's pretty nice overall. So they have a couple pigments, so that's what I'm going to use in my eyes today. I really like the loose trimmers from the Studied Glow collection, and these are the texture, the finer texture that I really like, so I'm excited to try these out. So since I'm trying to use the brushes from this collection, I'm going to apply this with the Exact Blend E32. This brush this is my third one of this brush. I have some of just the normal ones. Obviously the packaging is different. These ones are identical in size and everything else, other than one's black, one's white. I have two of these. I bought one, got sent another one, and this is the third one. So, I mean, I love this brush, so that's great. But I'm just going to take a little bit of this bedazzled color, and this is going to be what I'm going to apply kind of just all over. I do really like this brush. It's not one I usually use to like pack shadow on, but I'm like, if I'm going to do first impressions, I want to show you more of these. And obviously this isn't really a first impression of this brush because, like I said, I already own this brush. I mean, I bought it once and then I got sent it, and this is the second time I've been sent this. So I know I like this brush. As you can see, you can definitely use it to apply shadows like this, but that's not my personal favorite thing to use it for. I actually like using it for under the eye. So like this right here, as I'm putting it underneath my eye, is more what I'd use this brush for. I also really like it for in the crease, but it works really well for blending underneath the eye area, and it also works really well for adding crease colors. So that's all I'm doing, putting the shadow just kind of all over. Overall, the shadow is really nice. Again, I don't own this color, but I own the product already. And you can see this one's really fun because it's kind of similar to the duochrome that's in Luxe, which is my favorite one from the Studied Glow collection. So far, so good. Really like this color. It definitely makes my eyes look a lot more blue since it's kind of that corally orange, and it definitely has kind of a pink duochrome, as you can see. So I'm just going to quickly repeat that on the other eye. So this is not part of the collection. I'm using the E25 just to blend the edges. There is another blending brush which I'm going to use with the second color, but I feel like the E25s do a better job of like a super diffusing. This is like my most used blending brush. Alright, so now we got that. I mean, you could throw mascara on this, especially, I know this is like Ethereal Glow for winter, but this would also look really pretty in the springtime. Just add a little bit of mascara, call it a day. I'm going to add a little more depth, so I'm going to choose this kind of really pretty, it's kind of like a chocolatey brown color with a little extra gold to it, and it's called Transpose. It's another one of their loose shimmers. Again, it's the finer texture, which I love. And this is another brush. This is my third. I have bought two of these because this is like my most used brush, and I've actually bought two of these since this is a brush I use all the time, and so now this is my third. So this, again, isn't really first impression because I already own it, and it's the E45, which is a small tapered blending brush, and I really like this brush. This is like one of my favorite brushes was one of the first brushes I actually bought from Sigma quite a few years ago. So I'm going to take this color, and just kind of add a little more depth to the outer corner. Since this is also a shimmer color, obviously it's not going to add as much depth as a matte because it's going to catch the light. So instead of doing a really kind of strict crease color, I'm going to just kind of blend it in the crease and also pull it down on kind of this outer like quarter of my eye. And then I'll just kind of add just a touch to the very corners. So I like this brush because it's kind of like a pencil brush, but it's a little bit larger, so it's really easy to go in the crease, especially if you do have smaller eyes like I do. It's just super easy. And you can use this to blend. I like to use this to apply personally, and it's synthetic, nice kind of pencil-y shape, and you could go in and use it to blend if you wanted, or you can use it to apply like how I did, so it's kind of up to you. I'm going to use this brush, and this is the All Over Blend E37. Another one, not truly my first impression because I already own this one as well. This one I've never purchased myself. I've got sent both times. Just, you know, those little disclaimers. But I do really like it. It's one, if you don't like as much of a fluffy blending brush, as you can see, that blends it out quite a bit. It's not going to leave a whole lot of color. It's very dense. This one's not a blend, because like sometimes I'll use blending brushes to apply as well as blend, but this one is one I always use clean, and I don't really use it to apply anything. It does work pretty well if you like a nose contour or contouring your cheeks, because it's large enough that if you want to really buff something in that's a little bit of a larger area, you can. So I'm just going to take a little bit more of that transposed color, and I'm just going to take it and pat it on with that E45. And this time I'm just going to do the upper lid and the crease. This color I do like. Probably wouldn't use it in this way very often just because I prefer mattes in the crease area. But it's pretty. It's a nice kind of chocolate brown that reflects a lot more of a warm gold. Really pretty, I think, as a smoky eye. That would be really pretty. So you know what? What the heck? We're just going to use this, and it's just going to be slightly off just so I can actually use all the colors. This one's called Celestial Glitter, and this is just this really weird kind of green, pink, orange colored duochrome, and I just spilled that all over my hand. So I'm going to use this, I'm going to use the E32 to apply that. And I'm just going to take a little bit of it, and I'm going to apply it in the inner corner. That is quite glittery. This is something you can see as I'm applying it. I'm getting a little bit of it all over. There's definitely a bit of fallout, which is kind of expected with glitters. So this is something I'd probably use like the Violet Voss glitter adhesive or one of the, maybe the cream base under it, just so it sticks a little bit better. But there we go. A little bit of obnoxious, kind of fun. That's actually a really fun color. Did get a bit of fallout, but I'm excited to use that. That's a color I think I'll be actually using quite a bit. Alright, so I'm just going to add some liner real quick and some mascara to finish off the eyes. Alright, so now I've got our eyes done. So all I did was throw on some mascara. I put a little bit of winged black liner. My lashes are House of Lashes Temptress, and the inner rim brightener in Final Touch by Sigma. So now we're going to go on and finish her face. So I'm going to use this Shimmer Bliss cream as a blush. So I'm going to apply, because it's a cream and I'm going to use it as a blush. I mean, you definitely put this on your lips too, but there's other things that I'm going to put on my lips. I'm going to apply this with a Real Techniques stippling brush. You'd also use your fingers. The color is really pretty. It's a little on the sheer side, as all of them are, but I feel like that's easy to work with. I'm still, as you can see, it doesn't look like I've used like any. I also just really like this color. Again, it is for, obviously, supposed to be for winter time, Ethereal Glow. But this is a color I'll use probably in the summer all the time. But I think that's really pretty. I definitely really like the color. And it gives, like you can see, I don't actually have a highlight on, but it does catch the light quite well because it gives you that kind of just pretty dewy look. So this is so far, I think, probably my favorite thing from the collection. But the shimmer creams have always been a favorite of mine. So I'm going to use this brush, and this is the Cream F05. So maybe you're supposed to use this with that. But I'm going to use this for contour because it kind of reminds me of this brush by Hair and Makeup Addiction, and this is the Chiseler. And this is my favorite brush for contour. So I want to try this for contour instead. It's easy to fit right into your cheekbones and blend it out. So I actually really like this for contouring. It's the right, basically, shape. And it's nice that you can kind of keep it the right shape as you're applying, but it does blend things out nicely when it kind of splays out. So yeah, I'll probably try that with creams at some point just because that's what it's called, but I'm really bad at, like, if they tell me it's for this, there's no guarantees that I'm going to use it for that. But for contouring, I'm going to keep using this for contouring. Check that out. So far, this brush is pretty nice. It's pretty soft. In general, I mean, I have another one of a similar style, and so this is what they call is their large angled contour, but I use it for blush. So I really like this. I like the more natural hairs, so that's pretty nice. I'm going to check that out for kind of blush contour the next couple of weeks. So I'm going to use their last brush in the collection before I move on. So this is the Fan F41. This one, it's very soft. It's similar to a couple of the other Sigma brushes I own, and it keeps it shaped pretty well, as you can see. So I'm going to try this out. I'm going to use it for highlight. That's what I usually use fan brushes for. So for highlight, I'm going to use one of their loose shimmers. This is in Ravishing. That came with the Steady Glow collection. So I'm going to try this again with blush. For highlighting, probably not my favorite of the bunch, but if you really like fan brushes, it's pretty nice. So this is probably not my necessarily favorite fan brush. It keeps its shape really well. So for highlighting, it's going to be a little more, it's not the same style I'd use for highlighting most of the time. So I'm going to try it with a cream blush in a little bit, and I'll let you know my thoughts on that. But it's very soft. It's just probably not my favorite for highlighting because it keeps its shape a little too well. So I have two of the lip colors. I'm going to go for this one, which is Mirth. And again, they're lip bases. I've never tried these before. This is a product I haven't tried, so we're going to try this out. Alright, so here's what Mirth looks like on. This is actually a lot more comfortable than I expected. So it's like, you can see there's a little bit of a sheen, but I'd probably consider this more of a matte. That it goes on and it's, I mean, it's almost like creamy when it comes off. So it's quite comfortable actually, which I was surprised about because I expected this to be more like a lip pencil. But yeah, that's actually quite comfortable. It's not really settling into fine lines. I'll try these out, and like obviously this is a first impression, so I don't know how long these wear. But if these wear nice, I'm quite impressed. The color I really like. It's a very kind of flattering red color. So also I got two lip Bexes. I'm going to put on this color Pink Lotus over it because this color looks awesome. Alright, so with the lip brush it went on just fine. I don't really like lipstick and any type of applicator. I almost always go for a brush. So that's really pretty. It's comfortable on the lips. It's like very slick. Wear time on this probably isn't going to be super great. Obviously I don't know that because it's the first time I've tried this on. It's a little more slick than their normal lip glosses. I find this more comfortable to wear because I don't like sticky lip glosses. I'd rather reapply and have something not so sticky, but yeah. The duochrome is there, but it's not as like crazy as it is in the tube. I do still like it over the lipstick though. So that's pretty much all I have for my first impressions, as this is, you know, my completed face using most of those products. Obviously I used all the brushes, but I didn't use all the products because I have some in just multiple colors. Obviously there are a lot more colors and stuff than just what I got. I only got like a couple things to test out, so I'll continue to test these out. So if you'd like to see a full review or anything like that, I will let you know. I will also have swatches of these on my blog, so you can check those out as well. I'll link that in the down box below. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and you can follow me on my other social medias to see what I'm up to, and I hope to see you guys again soon.